Beretta 92X. I put up a video talking about how I don't really like it. I don't really like it, man. The balance, the feel, the short, goofy grip. I mean, it's a fine gun. It's very capable. I mean, I've shot it, like it does what it's meant to do as a gun, for sure. I just don't like it. It's just not for me. Because of the subtle changes from the previous offerings. I'm sure Beretta has other pistols that I like. I would like a lot more. There's no doubt about it. But let's go through first. Let's read the people who validate me, guys. Hello, Ben. My experience with the 92X performance essentially mirrors yours. As an extension, I'm curious if you are familiar with the Langdon LTT Beretta. Yes, I've heard of them. With your extensive history shooting the Beretta platform, I'm curious to know if you believe that Langdons are the ultimate Berettas, especially when compared to something like the 92G. Well, I don't know. His stuff's different. I mean, he's modding it to where it's, should be really good. I haven't messed with the stuff enough. I've shot LTT modified guns, not just 92s. Yeah, there was a comped PX4 I shot a while ago that I thought was crazy. Like the way that it reciprocated and how flat it was. I was like, this is wild. There are other things about it I didn't like the ergos on that particular one I didn't love, but the way the gun shot was wild. All right, let's keep going. I hate mine for the exact reasons. Okay, good. Next comment. From a strictly subjective standpoint, there's nothing you say that is wrong. Thank you. Because it is your opinion. You and the gun don't vibe, and let's be honest, sometimes that's that. No, I wouldn't say that. Not sometimes that's that. It's always that's that. If you don't feel like you vibe with the gun, that's going to be a problem. It doesn't matter how it looks on paper if you're not vibing with it, because you can always find something else that does what it's supposed to do and you vibe with. Anyway, I'll carry on. Does it mean others won't vibe? No. But much like taste reviews for fast food, you guys do taste reviews? I guess there are fast food reviews. Holy shit. All right. Or any whiskey or whatever, find someone who likes what you like and base things off them as a general idea, or vice versa. If they hate what you like and if they hate it, then you might love it. Taste is subjective, I guess, yes. I'll say you need to go fuck with an LTT because we want to see you piss off Ernie. I say this as someone with two of the fuckers and happy with both. Yeah, I could do that. I could mess with one of those guns. Probably would make people tend to not want me to shoot their guns. They tend to not like it. Oh, you guys might like this. This reminds me. I got an email. I think I'm going to take them up on this. Maybe Kimber will send me one of their 2K11s or whatever. That would be interesting. Genuinely interesting, because I don't know anything about that gun and I can't imagine how that would go. All right, let's carry on. I wanted one of the 92Xs when they first came out. Then I shot one and I hated it for all the reasons you mentioned. On paper, it has all the things that should make you like it, but somehow the recipe is just wrong. The bottom of the frame being short is my key hate. Yes, before it came out, Beretta called me to have me to go to Italy to try it. And it was just based on a phone conversation with them, I'm just like, nah, fam. I don't have time for this. You guys, whatever. It's not for me. It's not for me. Other people should go shoot on Team Beretta. I'm not going to be one of them. All right. I noticed that you have very interesting phrasing when you describe if you find something usable versus unusable, or even usable, but something you don't like. Yeah, we should be precise. Is this a bad gun? No, it's not a bad gun. I just don't like it. It's not for me. It's kind of like, I don't know, like any other thing. I can sit in a car that's fast as shit and all that stuff, and I'd be like, yeah, it's fast or whatever, and it handles great, but I don't want it. You know what I mean? A Camaro, good example. Like the visibility sucks in this thing. It's fast as shit, but I don't want it. I'll get something else. All right. Agreed. I bought one because I really like the 92, but I can't get with this. The grip sucks. The optic mount sucks. And I suck when I shoot this. Beretta, I want to love you, but damn, you make it hard sometimes. There's so many gun companies like this that maybe you want to love them, but they don't want to love you back. All right. I was the same way. I'm a huge Beretta guy, and I like my M9A3 more. I do like the M9A3 more. The top of the list, Beretta-wise, is LTT PX4. Yeah, I've shot one of those. I think the way it shot was really interesting. All right. I don't even really shoot other pistols anymore. All right. 20 KMI PX4, and I'm thrilled. Good. All right. Let's go to the people that are not validating me. Let's talk to them, and we'll get off from the top. All right. I can't wait to partake in reasonable and mature discussion that will undoubtedly take place in these comments. Well, I mean, I did title the video like, I don't like this gun. So a lot of people are going to take that to mean like that I don't like them, which is not what I said. But, I probably don't like them either, right? Like if you like this gun, I don't like you. Well, not really, but a lot of people take it that way. All right. This is like a highly effective breakup strategy. You don't need a breakup strategy, dude. You just break up. You just like, yeah, not for me. You aren't awful or anything, and I don't really want to try to give a blanket reasons and goofy data points of why we don't work. I just simply don't like you. Yes, motherfucker. Yes. Yes. Like, you look great on paper. I just don't like you. That's all you need. We're not vibing. We were vibing. Now we're not vibing. So it's like, it's all over. All right. Damn, that Optic sits so high. It's in another zip code. It is a bit wild, like how high this thing sits up here. And this is me. Like, I'm not picky about this stuff. Like, not one of the guys who are like, oh, you need to cut it in there and put it in really deep or anything like that. But this is the fucking Hydra mount of pistols right here, Absurd looking, like someone cobbled the thing together after a bender. Like, maybe. It's a chin weld, but on your pistol. Whoo, you guys are savages. All right. All right, let's keep going. One comment. I don't like Beretta 92. Does not compute error. Well, I do like Beretta 90. Beretta 92G. Really like it. Beretta 92X. Don't really like it. Beretta 92XI. I actually like it better. I like it better than the X. Which I don't have one here to show you, talk about it, but I shot a guy's a little while ago. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Can't be that bad. JJ Ricazza won the nationals with it. Yeah, it's not a bad gun. It's not. And this is what I tell people, like, if pretty much not any company, but a lot of companies, like if they put their money, like take their money and give it to a top shooter or a few of them, it's like, you shoot this gun now, they will make it work and they will win with it. It's like, it's going to come down to the shooter. I mean, and if it was like my job to shoot this thing, which for one, I'd try to find a new job. But for two, if I had to be my job to shoot this thing, I wouldn't just, be like, oh, I hate it. And be like Eeyore, like all sad and shit. I'd be like messing with it, doing everything I could to get comfortable with it and get friendly with it. Try to make it work for me. Right? I bought the 92X non-performance about a year ago. It's the aluminum one with the Vertex slide and frame. After shooting it for a few thousand rounds, I figured out I don't like any of the features that make it different versus an older model like the FS or M9A1. For one thing, the screws for the Optic are drilled straight into the firing pin channel. Oh, they are? Shit, did they get that engineering advice from SIG, or what are we doing over here? I mean, that makes sense. When the SIG drills it into the extractor channel. All right, I've been struggling to put my thoughts into words since I first handled one. Honestly, I just don't like it as apt. Yes, it's okay to not like things, guys. You don't need to provide a, you fill it out on the checklist why you don't like it. You don't need to persuade anyone else. I'm not trying to persuade you to not like it. I'm just telling you I don't like it. If you like it, that's fine. That's fine. Personally, I feel that way about the PDP as well. I like the PPQ a lot more. Personally, I gravitate more towards the CZ line if I want a hammer gun. Cool. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Ben keeps chasing the dragon. The Shadow 2 still loves you. Like, the Shadow 2's turned into a pretty good platform for USPSA, just like in spite of its like issues, which I would say is QC is like a little bit of an issue. But there's so much aftermarket support for it now, so many different options, that's an easy gun to make work for a lot of people. And that's the way it is. Again, whether you like it or not, the Shadow 2 is an easy gun to make work for you because you can fit it to you. Ben, more Beretta content, please. Oh, God. All right. I've been eyeballing the 92X Performance for a few years, consumed a lot of positive reviews. Who? What? After some time deliberation, I decided to pick one up, went to local gun store to feel it before I decided to pull the trigger, so to speak. And it was kind of like meeting your hero. Just didn't feel all that great compared to the CZs I was used to. Well, no. What? No, like I don't like the balance of this. Like, no, it doesn't feel as good as the CZ. They had a 92 XI in the case also. I held it because it was there, had a cool Cerakote job. Wow, blew me away how much better that was than the more expensive 92X. There's another thing where you tell me, like, it's not always about the money. Like, don't always focus on the price of the thing. Just look at the thing for what it is. Worry about the price later. You know? There we go. I'm not going to read all this. Is a lot. But yes, things to look at. Ben, you should do a video on Tanfo. They don't get enough love these days. Well, that's a little bit on them, don't you think? I'm a little upset by the Q5 hate, but I get it. It's not hate. I don't hate the Q5. I don't hate it. I just shoot it and be like, okay, like it functions and everything. I just like, I don't love this. And then when the PDP came out, I'm like, well, this one does the same thing. It's just feels better. All right. Beretta is great at releasing a gun people have been asking for years and changing it just enough to make it not as appealing as a well-tuned base gun. When people ask for a steel frame competition model, I don't think anyone also wanted a frame-mounted safety redesign, a top-heavy Brigadier slide, and a Vertec frame that accentuates the top heaviness while also making it feel short, unless you run the widest palm swell grips you can, and even that only helps a little. They somehow also made it so any factory barrel you put in it cracks at 20,000 rounds. Like, yeah, this is... So when this came out, or I was probably right before it came out, people wanted more weight on the guns because, you know, that's, I don't know, that was the meta. That's what people wanted. USPSA effectively removed its weight limit for this stuff. So people just made the guns as heavy as they can. So like all they fucking had to do was make a 92G or whatever, just make it in steel. And that would have been what people wanted, you know, but I don't know. They couldn't do that. Considering nobody except that one guy was able to crack barrels at 20K here, I think that's a problem. No, I don't know. I think there's some longevity issues with it. All right. I had two of them. Love them, especially with locked palm swells. Shot great for me. Super accurate. Frame was just big enough and highly motivated to shoot matches and train with them. That's good. I'm glad you like it. After 2 years and a combined 55,000 rounds, the barrels cracked and one of them had a bent frame. I had them replaced under warranty recently and I took the money and I got into Cajun Shadow 2s. Okay, like there you go. There you go. All right. I bought the PDP because of you and Joel. I'm not okay. So far, my round count is around 400 rounds, really not very many. And only 200 of those were with an optic because herder plate not included. Anyway, so far I can say it's very easy to be accurate with it. It's a bit snappy. Yes, the PDPs are a bit snappy. I'm going to run it stock for a while and see what I like and what I want to change. I think I'm going to do a staccato next. Shooting pistols is just fun. Yeah, there you go. See you. You guys have a good time. Ben loved Rachel, 92G, but ain't into her sister, Karen, 92X. Yeah, I fucked with them both, man. This one I like, one I didn't. Oh, great. Well, there we go, guys. I'm glad you enjoy the Beretta content. And I'll hit you back later with another one.